Hey everybody, how are you all doing? I am just on my way for, yet again, another Costa. Yes, I do have a problem. I love Costa. So, I've been asked by a few people why I want to turn Ruby into a Street Fighter. And the simple reason is cost. This guy's very fucking close. Do you want to back off a little bit? Thank you very much. Sorry about that. Yeah, so why do I want to turn Ruby into a Street Fighter? Well, I suppose the simple reason is cost. So, as you all know, I recently had to put a new engine and gearbox in Ruby because the output shaft had decided to give up, and the splines on the output shaft all wore away, and it was cheaper to put a new engine and gearbox in. Now, even before that, when I've had to take the fairings off doing either basic maintenance work and what have you, yeah, when I've had to do sort of like even just basic maintenance, having to take the fairings off, with it being a fully faired bike, because of the age of the bike and the fact that it's been, before I bought it, it had been sort of sat around for a long time. Some of the clips started snapping off as I was undoing bolts, etc. And for quite a while I could still get the fairings on, even though a few of the clips had broke. But then over time, because they are so brittle, they've basically given up the ghost. So now it's at a point where none of the clips was staying on. They practically all snapped for the side fairings and the belly pan. Now, on top of that, the clips for the nose cone at the sides have snapped on this side and on this side. So both sides they've snapped. The clips up here have both snapped. So at this point the nose cone is literally being held on by hopes and dreams. Basically. So as soon as I can get a new headlight, I'm gonna be taking this nose cone off and mounting a headlight directly onto the forks. Because like I say, it's all being held on by hopes and dreams at the moment. I think it's I honestly don't think there's a bolt holding it on anymore. For the longest time, this one under here was holding it on, but now I know that one's come off. Even though I've not taken this panel off, when you try and move them out, you can see how loose that is. So yeah, I need a new headlight. I did look at getting a whole new fairing set for it, but even to get a cheap like Chinese pattern part, which the reviews have been really good for various bikes from whatever company they were called, I can't even remember. Yeah, even the pattern part fairings were, I see you, go on. They're still like 450 quid. And then I'd still need to get all the clips and what have you, new bolts and screws and everything, and once all's done and added up, I'm looking at like £500 just to replace the fairings, and that's for the Chinese copy parts. If I wanted to get genuine parts, genuine fairings for it, it's gonna cost me over £1,000, well over £1,000, which I just cannot afford. You know, I've already spent far too much on this bike. I mean, so far I spent what, 800 for the bike, and then I needed a new battery for it. That was another 40 quid. You know, the engine and gearbox, that cost me 400, and then another 300 in labour. So I've already put much more money into this bike than I'd ever get out of it if I sold it. You know, even fully fared, I'd probably, even if I was to sell it, which I'm never going to do, but if I was to sell it, I'd probably be looking at, what, 1,300 on a good day, and that's if the bike was in mint condition, which it is nowhere near. No worries, I know the new highway code, love. I'm well aware you have priority. It's fucking stupid, but I'll follow them rules. So yeah, I'd only get sort of 1,300 at the top end for this bike, and that's in perfect condition. So if we add up, you know, I paid 800 for it. I've put, what, say a good 800 into it so far, along with other little bits that I've done, you know, upgrading the indicators twice, new relay for the new indicators, because I went LED. I've upgraded the lights to xenons. So, I mean, already there we're at, what, 1,600? If I was to drop another, even if I bought the Chinese parts, the fairings, that's still another 500, so that's putting me at 2,100, and I'm never ever going to get anywhere near that kind of money back. So, that's why I'm not bothering. It's just, I'd basically be throwing money away, and I don't want to be throwing money away, basically. So that's why I'm going to go Street Fighter, because it's going to be a damn sight cheaper. And like I said, I never intend on selling Ruby. I fully intend on making her nice, but I'm definitely not putting fairings back on. It's just far too expensive. Now, I've always had naked bikes in the past, and I've generally always had naked bikes because I know they're cheaper to repair than a faired bike. If you have a little drop on a faired bike, you know, you've got the fairings that you need to replace. So, oh, they've got a brake light out. Let's see if they know. Do you know your left brake light's out? Yeah, no worries. I just spotted it. I thought, oh, I'll just let you know in case you don't know. No worries, love. Because I like doing nice deeds. Let people know that we've got a brake light out. Because, let's be honest, how often do car drivers actually check the brake lights? Oh, my mum's still not here yet. Yeah, meeting my mum for a Costa. She's not here yet. Amazing place to stop, that, innit? Get back to my spot. So yeah, so basically what clips broke? Well, this one broke, that goes in here. This one broke. I think this one went. That the fairing fits on. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but up here. So that has now snapped completely off there. It's snapping up here, and then if we come around this side, you can see that this one here, so that's the same as the other side, but you can see that it's completely snapped off there. This damage was already done to the bike when I bought it. This one had snapped, this one had snapped, the one that goes to this on the fairing had snapped. So yeah, I need a new exhaust, which I have mentioned before. I was just going to go for an end can, but now I'm going to have to go for a full system, because when the engine got replaced, this here there should be a bolt that goes from here up here, and there's a little bracket which my mechanic has still kept hold of for me. And basically he had to chop it off because he couldn't get it removed. It was just stuck solid. And he's tidy up all the electrics on it as well, the wiring, because that's an absolute mess right now. So yeah, that's why I'm Street Fighter in her. It's just all down to the cost. So yeah, I'm going to take the whole nose cone off and put a new headlight, and it's going to mount somewhere around here, but it's going to mount directly onto the forks. I've seen a couple of different headlights that I like the look of. It's just cost at the moment. Obviously I'm not in work at the moment. Again, the work I used to do was very sort of manual labour, and I just can't do that no more since the accident. It has left me with a really bad back, and I physically can't do it no more. So I'm trying to find work that I can actually do. Obviously the stewarding work is finished now. That was literally just for one event. So yeah, that's why I'm going to Street Fighter her. But before I do anything else, before I get a new headlight or anything like that, one thing that I desperately need to get done is this. The gear selector. I mean, look at that. That's how loose it is, you know, and it's all down to this bit here. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but this bit here, you can't really see, but it's very, very loose. It's basically just the bushes that's gone in that. I've searched high and low. I cannot find the bushes anywhere to just replace the bushes. So I'm going to have to get a whole new set. Now, for an OEM part, I'm looking at like 50 quid. Just for, I mean, it is the full set. You know, the lever, all the bushes and everything, the linkage, all this. It is the full set, the full kit, but it's 50 quid. For an extra 50 quid, for 100 quid, I can get a whole new rear set for both sides, not just this bit. I can get the rear sets for both sides, which will give me this bit, which will be adjustable. The rear sets are slightly higher and slightly further back on the adjustable ones. You get a new gear shift lever, linkage, everything, and then you get this side, which again is the same, all adjustable. You can bring it further up, a little further back, new brake pedal, everything for like 100 quid. Or 120 quid, I think it might be, with postage. So yeah, that's my plans for that. Okay, that needs tightening. I'll be sorting that over the next couple of days. In fact, I think after here, I might just nip to ESB, see if I can get it up on a paddock stand and just tighten the adjusters up a bit, tension that chain a bit. At some point in the near future, I'm going to replace the chain and both the sprockets as well. I want to replace the rear suspension. Front suspension is fine. That was done when I first bought the bike. The front suspension needed doing because the stanchions were completely pitted and the fork seals had gone because they were so pitted. Right, I'm going to leave this one here, guys, because I need to ring my mother and see whereabouts she is. She said to me to here at about 2 o'clock, and it is 2:15. So I'm going to leave this one here, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. So as always, guys, ride safe, take it easy. Bye for now.